JBN, we keep you informed. Coming up in the news, man killed in St. Anne by motorcyclist. 3 illegal guns. 17 rounds of ammo seized on the weekend. Phillips selects Andre Orton for Senate, reselects Crawford. Conductor spills liquor on cop in road rage. Bar dispute leads to St. Elizabeth man's death, and residents of some Kingston communities without water from last year. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items. Man killed in St. Anne by motorcyclist. A man who has been on the radar of the St. Anne police for some time was shot and killed by unknown assailants in a section of the parish on Saturday morning. The deceased has been identified as MacGyver MacDonald, who is of a runaway-based St. Anne address. Reports are that about 11 a.m., MacDonald was driving along the roadway in Clayground, St. Anne, when he came under heavy gunfire from men traveling on a motorcycle. MacDonald reportedly lost control of the vehicle and crashed into a utility pole. After the collision, the bikers continued to spray him with bullets. The police were called, and upon their arrival, the body of MacDonald was seen slumped in the car with multiple gunshot wounds. The vehicle was riddled with bullet holes. A total of 21 spent shells were found on the scene, including 11 M16 casings and 10 9mm shells. At the time of his death, MacDonald was on a charge of shooting and was said to be reporting to the St. Anne police as a condition of his bail. 3 illegal guns, 17 rounds of ammo seized on the weekend. 3 illegal guns and 17 assorted rounds of ammunition were seized in 3 separate incidents between Friday and yesterday, resulting in the arrest of 2 men. In the first incident, the Waterford police carried out an operation in Happy Valley Close, St. Catherine, about 7:15 p.m., when a 9mm pistol with 2 rounds of ammunition were found in an open lot. No arrest was made. Hours later, lawmen were on mobile patrol duties around 11:41 p.m. when a man was accosted after he was seen throwing away an object along Beckford Road, Kingston 14. The object was retrieved and found to be a .38 Smith & Wesson revolver with 3.38 rounds. 22-year-old Nico Cole, a security officer of Seacole Avenue, Kingston 14, was subsequently arrested and charged. His court date is being finalized. And the Constant Spring Police ran operation on Park Lane, St. Andrew about 12:15 a.m. yesterday, when a man was approached, searched, and a Zig Sawyer 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 12 9mm cartridges was found. He was taken into custody. However, his identity has been withheld pending further investigations. Phillips selects Andre Orton for Senate, reselects Crawford. President of the People's National Party (PNP), Dr. Phillips, has announced the selection of university lecturer Dr. Andre Orton to represent the party in the Senate. Orton is replacing Noel Slowly, who has resigned. An economist and lecturer at the University of the West Indies, Orton was also announced as the party's representative for the West Central St. James seat in January. Phillips has also announced the re-election of Damien Crawford to represent the party in the Senate. Crawford had resigned to contest the East Portland by-election, which he lost. The announcements were made yesterday during Phillips' address to a meeting of the National Executive Council, the NEC, at the University of the West Indies, Mona. The NEC meeting is the first since the party's historic defeat in the East Portland by-election on April 4. The Jamaica Labour Party's Anne-Marie Vaz defeated the PNP's Crawford in the by-election, overturning the Orange Party's 30-year control of the rural constituency. Phillips' leadership is expected to be among the issues discussed at the meeting. However, the NEC is expected to support a resolution for its continued leadership of the opposition party. The PNP leader began his sober address to the packed meeting at 1:30 p.m., telling comrades that they have to settle down and begin to seriously examine the changing political landscape of the country. This is while scores of supporters wearing orange-colored t-shirts with his name and image and the words East Central St. Andrew emblazoned across the front are positioned on the fringes of the meeting room. East Central St. Andrew is a constituency represented by Phillips. Conductor spills liquor on cop in road rage. An unruly Toyota coaster bus conductor who drenched a motorist with alcohol when he refused to give him a blight got a rude awakening on April 5. The motorist is a member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Tajay Henry told the Kingston and the St. Andrew Court on Thursday that he was under the influence when he assaulted a policeman who was traveling in a private vehicle. The prosecutor told the court that the policeman was traveling on Balmoral Avenue, St. Andrew, when the accused man exited the bus with a plastic cup containing a liquid substance in his hand, appeared in front of the unmarked vehicle and said, "B man, you can't wait. Look like you want to let me down pee hole. How are you do?" Henry said before drenching the complainant and hopping onto the bus. The complainant explained, "You overtake a long line of traffic. Look left, look right if there was any police," he said, adding that Henry forced himself in front of his vehicle. "I told him to remove himself from in front of my vehicle. I asked him to remove 3 times," the complainant explained. Justifying his action, Henry insisted that he had asked the complainant for a blight. Noting that he was surprised, he said the complainant placed a siren on top of his vehicle and chased him. He did not identify himself, he insisted. "Are you working on the bus and drinking rum?" Parish Judge Von Smith asked. "Just a little working vibes," Henry replied. "That sounds appropriate to you?" Judge Smith asked. "Everybody in here knows about the rampant indiscipline. I see it every day. It has to stop. It cannot continue," the judge uttered. "You use your body to block the man. You are fortunate that this is the officer you buck up into," Smith said to resounding sounds of yes. Henry was subsequently sentenced to 100 hours community service for assaulting the constable. He was also fined $2,000 or 10 days for indecent assault. Bar dispute leads to St. Elizabeth man's death. As violence including killings continue to plague sections of St. Elizabeth, police investigators were called to the scene of another fatality in the parish on Thursday night. A patron at a bar in the community of Mountainside was stabbed to death by a man during a dispute. The deceased man has been identified as 28-year-old Michael Blake of Mountainside. Police reports are that about 7:15 p.m., Blake was among a group of patrons at a bar in his community when an argument developed between him and another man. During the fuss, a knife was reportedly used by the man to stab Blake multiple times. The attacker then fled the scene. The police were alerted and Blake was assisted to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead. A manhunt has since been launched by investigators for the alleged attacker who remains on the run. Residents of some Kingston communities without water from last year. Residents of Maxfield Avenue and Jonestown in Kingston are facing a water crisis. The residents said they have been without regular water supply since November last year, and when they do get water, it's often colored. Paul, a resident of Barnes Avenue in Maxfield, said that this water crisis is the worst he has ever seen. "From me a boy, we have a water problem, but me I tell you, if water do come for a day or two, you know say all 3 or 4, even 5 months you no see it again," he said. "And you see when the water come and mud water is red, and you know so not even wash you can't wash with that the mud water much less to drink." Another resident of Alexander Drive in Maxfield lamented that the lack of water is affecting her personal hygiene. "Sometimes me all want bathe and not a water. Water come last night but it dirty, full of debris. We have to wait how long feet run off," she said. To tackle the problem, residents have resorted to filling their pots and pans at a broken National Water Commission NWC pipe in the community. But one resident complained that the area is normally overcrowded, with people trying to get the scarce commodity. "Me tired for carry water every day. Sometimes you come to the pipe and you have to wait how long, because sometimes a whole heap of vehicle park out here. And when you come out 5 o'clock in the morning out a ram, sometimes you have to wait all 1 hour," she said. This broken pipe serves residents in Rosetown, Arnett Gardens, Greenwich Road, and Barnes Avenue. Meanwhile, in Jonestown, one resident said they have found ways to sterilize the colored water that has been coming through their pipes. "We have to wait till the dirt run off, and that can take all 2 days. We have to sterilize it, boil it, and make it settle for drinking purposes," she said. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.